Welcome, beautiful yogis, to our Kundalini yoga practice today. Today we're going to be doing the stress set for the adrenals and kidneys, and this is a lovely set to nourish our adrenal glands and our kidneys. And having our adrenal glands and kidneys strong and functioning well help the heart, and they're good for stress management, energy regulation, blood pressure control, immune system support, electrolyte balance, and having the reserve capacity and energy to keep up and have that extra edge and not have to rely on external sources like drinking 10 cups of coffee or something outside of ourselves. So this is a lovely set to nourish our adrenal glands and kidneys. So we will start by tuning in here, sitting with a tall spine, chest is out, chin is in, creating some heat in the palms. Focusing up the brow point between the eyebrows, our spiritual eye, and just bringing the hands into prayer pose at the heart center. And we'll tune in with the Adi mantra, Om Namo Guru Dev Namo 3 times. I bow to the divine wisdom within. Inhaling to begin. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Inhaling deeply here, holding the breath briefly. And releasing the breath. And so for our first exercise in this set, we start off by creating heat in the palms, making the palms nice and warm. And for this next exercise, we're going to inhale, palms facing out, exhale, coming back together, hitting the base of the palms, pinkies and thumbs together, bringing the hands into Lotus Mudra at the heart center. So we're inhaling out, exhaling back into Lotus Mudra. So we'll be here for 1 minute. Inhale out, exhale back into Lotus Mudra, joining the base of the palms, pinkies and thumbs. Last 30 seconds here. Inhaling out. Exhaling, bringing the hands back into prayer pose at the heart center, just breathing naturally here. A couple of rounds of breath. And here for our next exercise, we're going to interlock the pinkies together and the other 3 fingers pushing into the palms with the thumbs up. So it looks like this. So this next posture, we're going to come into breath of fire here. So we're going to pull, bringing the hands into the mudra in front of the heart, then down in front of the navel, pulling apart, feeling that pull across the mid and upper back, and the thumbs are up. And we're going to come into breath of fire here for a minute, panting like a dog through the nose. This generates heat and works on one side of the adrenal glands. So we'll begin here, focusing at the brow point between the eyebrows, powerfully pumping the navel, keeping that pull, feeling that pull across the back. Last 30 seconds. Inhale deeply, hold the breath. Exhale, relaxing down. And for this next posture, we're going to come into cannon breath. So still sitting with a tall spine. Cannon breath, we're puckering the lips like breath of fire through the mouth, like letting the navel move the breath. 1 minute. This works on the other side of the adrenals. Cannon breath out. Powerful out breath. Inhale, hold the breath. Exhale, releasing the breath, just breathing naturally here. And for this next posture, we're going to come into mantra. We'll be chanting the mantra HUD, creation in action. So we'll be chanting HUD, 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 HUD. So the left palm is going to be wrapped around at the base of the ribs here. So the left palm facing out. The right hand stretching parallel to the mat, stretching out in front and just lifting the fingers up so they're at 60 degrees. And we'll come here into chanting for a minute, powerfully pulling the navel in as you chant HUD. So 1 minute here. HUD, 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 HUD. Inhale, hold the breath. And exhale, just relaxing the arms down, breathing naturally here. And for this next posture, we're going to come into body drops. If you're comfortable in full lotus, we're just bringing the ankles to the tops of the thighs in full lotus. If you're not comfortable in full lotus, just coming into easy pose. So we're going to use the strength of our upper body to lift up and drop back down. And so we're going to be here for a minute. So this is for the Muladhara chakra. We're shaking up the energy at the base of the spine, the Kundalini energy. So we'll be here for a minute, coming into body drops, inhaling up Exhaling down, just using the strength of your upper body to lift yourself up off the mat and just dropping down. Last 30 seconds here. And relaxing. Just breathing naturally here. And we'll just come back into easy pose. And this next posture, bringing the left palm in towards the navel, right palm resting on the back of the left wrist. And we're just going to look down and focus down. So the hands are in front of the solar plexus, left hand facing the body, right pressing into the back of the left wrist. So just looking down with powerful, long, deep breathing here. The power of the breath is the depth to which you will cleanse. Fully inhaling into the belly, then the mid portion of the lungs and the upper portion of the lungs, exhaling from the upper portion, then the chest, and pulling the navel in to exhale out any remaining air. Long, powerful, deep breathing, 30 more seconds here. Inhaling deeply, inhaling the spine straight, holding the breath. Exhaling, relaxing down. And for this next posture, we'll come extending the legs out in front into front stretch. And we're going to make our hands into fists, fingertips pressing down into the palms, thumbs are up. So toes pointing up at the sky, arms parallel to the mat. We're inhaling forward, exhaling back. Just moving with the breath. And just inhaling back, upright, holding the breath briefly, and releasing the breath. And here we'll come into our next posture. Going to come lying on the back, so the knees are bent, pressing the palms into the mat or holding onto the heels. We're inhaling the hips up into bridge lifts, exhaling down, so we'll be here for a minute. Inhaling the hips up, Exhaling down. And inhaling up, pressing the hips up as high as you can, holding the posture. And exhale, slowly back down to the mat. And here we're going to roll up, come into our next posture in a modified cat-cow. So for this posture, we're coming onto the hands and the knees. And so, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. So we're going to inhale, extend the left leg back, exhale, rounding the spine, bringing the knee towards the forehead. So we're going to be here for a minute. So coming into cow, dropping the belly down, lifting that left leg back, exhaling into cat, rounding the spine, bringing the knee towards the forehead. Powerful breath, 1 minute here. Energizing our kidneys, our adrenal glands. 20 more seconds with this leg. Just moving with the breath. And inhale that left leg back. Hold the breath, hold the posture. Exhaling that left knee back down, switching legs here. So we're inhaling that right leg back as we come into cow, exhaling into cat, rounding the spine, bringing the knee towards the forehead. We're inhaling that right leg back, holding the breath, holding the posture. And exhaling back down. And just coming to sit on the heels for our next posture. So we're going to bring the thumbs up again, making the hands in a fist. Thumbs are up. Going to bring the elbows right in front of the knees for this one. So for this posture, we want to keep the head and neck up as high as you can to keep that pressure on the low back. So we're going to inhale forward, exhale, come back, sitting back down. So just very small movement here, keeping the head up, just feeling that pressure in the low back, energizing kidneys and adrenal glands. So just be here a minute. Inhale forward, exhale back, head up as high as you can. Last 20 seconds here. coming back to sitting. We'll relax here and come onto the back. So for this next posture, we're just going to lay on the back, bringing the knees to the chest, wrapping the arms around the knees, and just back and forth here. And up and down on the spine. And then here we'll come onto the back and just rest, totally relax. Just for a few minutes here. Taking a deep breath into the body. Bringing the palms together and the soles of the feet together. Raising the arms up overhead, doing a little cat stretch side to side. And wrapping the arms around the knees and just rolling side to side on the back. Then we'll roll up. And close with one long Sat Nam. So it's really nice to meditate after doing Kundalini yoga, or to enjoy some more Shavasana, total relaxation on the back. So thank you for practicing with me today, and we'll close with one long Sat Nam. Truth is my vibration, truth is my identity. Just creating some heat in the palms. Bringing them into prayer pose. Sat Nam. Love and joy to you. Sat Nam. Namaste.